If you're a parent, this is probably something that's on your mind a lot. How much screen time is actually too much? And maybe more importantly, when does a totally normal habit start to cross the line into something, well, a little more serious? Let's dig in.
It's a question a lot of us are wrestling with, right? Is that phone in your teenager's hand a window to the world, or is it becoming a wall between you? Is the tablet that keeps your toddler quiet a lifesaver, or something else entirely?
So today, we're going to explore that very fine line. We'll look at the actual warning signs of tech addiction, what the impact really is, and most importantly, some concrete steps you can take to find a much healthier digital balance for your whole family.
Okay, first things first. How do you even know if you've got a real problem on your hands? It can be tough to tell, so let's try and separate what's just typical teen behavior from the red flags of something more serious.
So on one hand, you've got normal use, right? It's all about balance, enjoying games and social media, but also having other hobbies and interests. But the warning signs of addiction? Well, according to Mission Prep Healthcare, that looks a lot different. We're talking about a real withdrawal from the family, secrecy, and neglecting really important things like schoolwork.
But here's the thing, this isn't just about bad habits or behavior. There's real research showing that way too much screen time can actually change a developing brain. Let's take a look at how. The consequences are very, very real. The American Academy of Pediatrics points out that an excess of media can mess with sleep, it can delay social skills, and it can even hit school performance and physical health. It's kind of like a domino effect that can touch just about every part of a child's development.
And this goes so much deeper than just behavior. Mission Prep highlights that a ton of screen time can physically change the brain structure. It creates these super powerful dopamine feedback loops, similar to other kinds of addictions. And that can weaken crucial life skills like focus, impulse control, and just being able to regulate your own emotions.
So while we're so focused on our kids' screen time, it's probably worth taking a second to ask, what about ours? Because our own digital habits, well, they set the stage. And for a lot of kids, their online life actually starts before they can even say their first word.
There's actually a term for this, sharenting. It's exactly what it sounds like, a mix of sharing and parenting. And it's something millions of us do every single day, posting pictures, videos, and little updates about our kids online.
And the scale of this is, honestly, it's staggering. One study found that 92% of 2-year-olds in the US already have a digital footprint, and it was created for them long before they could ever give their consent.
And this isn't always harmless. I mean, think about it. The photos and stories we share today could become a source of embarrassment for them later on, or even affect things like college admissions or job interviews down the road. It's their digital history, but they had absolutely no say in creating it.
Okay, so we've seen the risks. It can feel a little overwhelming. But now for the good part, the solutions. A real, practical family media plan can honestly make all the difference.
HealthyChildren.org has this great framework, and it's all about being intentional, not just being restrictive. It really comes down to small but powerful changes, like creating screen-free zones, the dinner table, bedrooms. That helps everyone refocus on just connecting with each other. And turning off autoplay and notifications, that is huge. It helps break that constant reward cycle that apps are built on, and it gives you back control over your own attention.
And you gotta remember, a good plan has to cover everything. It's not just about the phone. It's the TV, the gaming console, the tablet, every screen in the house. That consistency is what really makes the rules stick and helps build those healthy habits for the whole family.
Because at the end of the day, our kids are watching us. When we put our phones down at dinner, or when we choose to read a book instead of scrolling through our feed, we are teaching them more about a balanced digital life than any list of rules ever could.
So what's the big idea here? What does this all boil down to? The ultimate goal isn't just about setting rules and controlling how much time they spend on a screen. It's really about building a relationship that carries over into their digital world too.
So instead of just laying down the law, try getting curious. Ask them about their favorite game. Let them teach you something about their favorite app. That one little shift can change the whole dynamic from a conflict into a connection. It shows you're actually interested in their world, not just in policing it.
And that really brings us to our final thought. Creating a safe and positive online world isn't somebody else's job. It's something that we all build together, and it starts right in our own homes. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Is your goal to control the screen, or is it to connect with the person behind it? Because when we shift our focus from the device to the relationship, that's when we really start to find that healthy balance.